welcome everybody back to Bright Bush Pickers. Thank you guys again for joining us here in this weird, trying time that we're in. We are all still social distancing, as you can tell. I'm here all by myself in this basement Dungeons and Dragons studio of ours that we love and dear and that we all miss. Thankfully, this is allowing us to be able to bring in some new friends from far away so that we can all enjoy together. And here we are. We're ready to start this show. So here we are. Welcome to Bright Bush Pickers. Zach, go ahead. Take it away, man.
All right. So last time we left off, the party had begun their quest to complete 2 more trials within the tomb of the dead dragon Shanziru. They attempted to figure out one trial in a room that was covered with an illusion of lava, but were unable to solve the riddle that the room's guardian set before them. Bouncing back from that, they set off back towards the entrance of the tomb that they previously believed was just a room filled with mud and a giant rock. They found that the rock was actually a giant hermit crab, and that had lost its memory and no longer knew how to give its trial. But after speaking to the very aggressive and grumpy lobster custodians, they figured that they could restore the crab's memory by going to release and defeat a long imprisoned vampire in a nearby room. They did so, defeated the vampire, but in the process, Ullamire dropped dead after being struck by a shadow. And now we pick up where we left off, back in that room. And the party, if you guys are looking over at Ullamire's corpse, you notice that he's not moving, not breathing, but you notice that even though there's no natural light source in this room, you see that a shadow is being cast from his body, but it does not look like an elf's shadow. It appears to be kind of misshapen and have 2 long shadowy claws extending from its side, and it's just being cast out from his body, motionless.
Oh, goody.
Great.
Where would
And
Captain the
Metatron has a
Falcon
shiny new axe.
Where would Captain the Falcon
know-
be while this is happening?
I love that you're.
Actually, I don't know.
I love
Does
that
the familiar disappear when you die?
you care about the well-being of your Captain the Falcon.
Yeah.
Just doing a quick skim through, it doesn't look like the Falcon disappears or anything, so it's there, just kind of hecking at you, trying to get you to wake up. It's very sad.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I guess we should find out if he's dead. And I'll just walk over there and poke him with the axe.
You poke him with the axe. He does not respond.
Anatash, is there anything you can do? Can you revive him?
I don't think so.
You're not a necromancer, are you?
No. After he's dead, I got nothing.
Damn.
Well,
Yes.
kind of his mission. I guess we should keep going, see it through to the end.
We just drag his body around with us.
I
We're trying
yeah.
we're trying to get
I'll
some
carry
sort of
it. Don't worry
blessing.
about it.
I mean, we're trying to get some sort of blessing. Maybe this blessing thing of his that he's talking about will bring him back to life.
Let's ask the crab.
God damn it!
And
All
I'll
Worth a shot.
right,
I'll pick up Ullamire.
and I follow
right,
with
just
you
carrying him
since
over
I'm
your
the one.
shoulder.
I
Yep,
have this stupid.
Just over the shoulder.
Isn't it a ring that helps me? What was it that helped me talk to animals? That I got.
A ring.
Yeah, you do. The Ring of Animal Influence.
Mm-hmm.
I think it still has charges, so you'd be able to use it to speak.
Okay, so we all go back into the crab space, but before we walk into the little chamber, we stop. I tell everybody to stop, so we don't step onto the mud right away. And we're just gonna talk to them from. I'd be like, "Hey, lobsters, I need some more advice. I promise. Last thing, as you see, my buddy Ullamire here has bit the dust. But we're wondering if this whole Benny Hill blessing shenanigans that we've been doing is going to be worth it, and maybe we can have him brought back to life from this. You know anything? Got any intel on that? As you can see, I'm
One
not
of the
trying to stand on
lobsters-
your stuff, not mess up your floor.
Yeah, one of the lobsters emerges up from the mud and he says, "You know what? I appreciate that. Don't go dragging him through here, though. Like, footprints are one thing, but gosh, drag marks from a body, that's...
No, we're carrying him. We're carrying him.
Yeah, do that. But yeah, we're, like we told you last time, we are just custodians. You might want to talk to the big guy.
Oh yeah, his memory should be back by now, right?
Should be.
Should,
if we
yeah.
did it right.
Probably.
Addressing the larger crab, I say, "Excuse me, Mr. Lazy Bastard.
And you see, as you say that, the
Oh, no.
boulder pivots in like a 90-degree angle, and the eyes pop out to face you. And you hear a voice emerge from underneath it, speaking in common.
Oh, thank God.
So you all can understand it. He says, look, I have my memories back now. I know that my name is not Lazy Bastard, and I'd appreciate it if you used my real name. I'll let it slide. I get it. I
You
get it.
never told us your real name. Just the name
Well, you-
that the lobsters that give me.
Well, my name's Kalka. That was one of the options that you gave me when I asked you what my name was earlier. So yes, you have heard my name. You are aware of it, but you chose to call me a lazy bastard anyways.
We did also restore your memory, so there's
That is very true.
What she said.
Normally, pilgrims, I would have a trial to give you, but what you've accomplished by restoring my memory has proven so much more than any trial could. If one of you, whoever will be accepting my blessing, can step forward, I can bestow it upon you.
Can you bless the dead
Is
guy?
there a way to? We need the blessing to open the door.
God damn it! Ugh.
Probably not on the dead guy.
Yeah. And as you mentioned the dead guy, the eye stalks extend a little bit more, so they can get a good view at Ullamire's corpse. And he says, "Oh, that's not very good. I have some good news and some bad news. Your friend is not truly dead yet, but that shadow he's casting, it's a sign of a curse that is preventing him from being restored to life through most normal means. And after some time passes, I don't know how much, he will rise again as one of the creatures that killed him."
Oh Lord.
Oh, well, that's a relief. We can kill vampires.
There was a shadow that killed him, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I know anything about Eric, he's stoked about this. The potential to kill us all. So let's figure this out before he gets too excited. All right.
Do you know how to remove such a curse?
Hmm. It's not within my power. But one of the other guardians, one of the, in fact, the one who was tasked with keeping the vampire's tomb intact, knows a great deal about healing and restorative magics.
Oh,
Since the seal was broken, I don't know what sort of state he's in, but perhaps if you'll be able to find something in his chambers that could remove this curse on your friend.
where would that be?
Where we just came from.
And he'll tell you, basically, he'll describe directions going to that room where you met Sirach the Guardian, and the northeastern door out of there, the one that you guys chose to avoid earlier.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Which one of us is gonna take the blessing? And I kind of look to the rest of the group. Like, are we drawing straws here? Does anybody want to volunteer?
I guess I'll take it. I don't know.
Good idea. Good idea. Go ahead, take it.
Good.
Cantash.
Not sure about that, but okay. All
That's a
right,
good
I'll
idea.
take the blessing.
All right. The crab will actually rise up. You'll see his long, spindly legs from underneath the shell emerges, holding a bamboo staff, and he raises up the staff and kind of bonks you on the head with it. And as he does, you feel this rush of almost divine warmth flow through you.
Cool. Okay.
And the crab lowers back down, and he says, "Good luck on the rest of your journey, pilgrims." And then the eyes retreat back beneath the shell.
Nice.
Okay.
I feel like maybe we should take a short rest before we start this trial. I don't know how everyone else is, but I could use a short rest.
Did we take a long rest last time?
We did, but then
We
we
did.
fought a vampire.
Right. I just wanted to make sure all my long rest stuff is up to date.
Okay.
Uh,
But yes, we could.
What
short
about
rest.
spells? You guys all right with spells?
I'm okay on
I-
spells. My hit points could be better.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, a short rest normally works for me. I'm just making sure everyone else is gonna be all right.
Yeah, and I have 0 health I can give out to people, so
I could use a.
Is
I
that a
have-
long rest type of deal?
yeah, that's a long rest. I mean, I'm good overall. That's the only thing I'm restricted on.
Anybody else able to heal?
Yeah, a
or
short rest will
anything?
be fine.
Short rest? All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Do
Short
Short
rest.
rest?
it is.
So yeah, we're gonna rest.
You guys are doing a short rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
A short rest is enough time to attune to the axe, Rich.
Good.
Are you doing it?
You did not add the act to my page that I know of.
No, I have not. I'm waiting until you say that you are attuning to it.
I attuned to it.
Okay.
Oh god, this can't be good.
Evil Metatron.
Yeah, 'cause grabbing a random axe out of a vampire's room is a good idea.
It wasn't a random one. It was his personal one. Even
That's not better.
It's
it is for me.
it depends on the way you look at it. It might be great. This is great
Or it
content.
could
Just keep
hurt.
that in mind.
Okay, Rich. I've added it to your character sheet.
Metatron new crew.
So, as you take some time to focus and bond with this axe during your short rest, or you take some time to focus and bond with the axe during your short rest. And after you've attuned to it, you hear a gravelly voice in your head. It says, this is better. You're so much. This is gonna be a lot more fun than that skinny guy who's trapped in that tomb all those years. I didn't get to kill anything. And now I'll get to kill a lot of stuff.
Oh shit.
I'm using
Hello?
arcane recovery.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Boy.
looking around, like making sure no one else hears the voice. No one else seems to notice it, I guess.
No. No one else notices it.
Good.
And you hear the voice say again, you're one of those quiet types. What's your name? You like killing? That's more important. You like killing?
My name's Captain Metatron. Who is addressing me?
No one's talking to you, bud.
There's someone talking to me. I don't know how.
Okay.
You hear the voice say back, well, Captain Metatron. My name's Felgrim Warmbeard.
Oh no.
You guys are fucked. Oh, you're fucked.
Oh, he's
Good
in,
luck.
Is this a name I'm supposed to know?
It's Eric's character from the last campaign.
Like, killed everything,
was
including
most-
party members.
Maybe
Yeah.
got trapped in a sentient sword.
Oh, he forgot.
Or
I'll
axe.
say, I used to be a great dwarven warrior in life. Then I realized even the greatest warriors die. So I became an axe.
That's fair. That's a good plan. I like that.
Yeah.
He's like, tell me, how does one become an axe?
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later. That sounds great.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
I
know
don't
if-
really know the details. I just paid a wizard friend of mine a lot of money, and he did it. So, yes.
So what we do is we leave Ullamire dead, and we find a wizard to transmute him from an axe back into a dwarf.
Oh god. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, all right. Yeah, I'm glad to have you aboard. Would you like to be a captain on my ship? Or officer, excuse me.
Nah, I don't really like listening to other people's rules. You're gonna be following my rules, and my only rule is kill stuff. So do that, and we're good.
I'm sure we'll work.
Don't do
something out.
that, and I'll make you do it.
Again.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
so you guys finish your short rest, and
Is this a throwable? No.
it is, yeah.
Oh,
The D&D Beyond's weird, and it won't let me actually modify the range on it, but it's like the same ranges as a hand axe.
so
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
is I imagine it sounds like whenever you throw the axe, the voice gets further away. So like when you throw it, hey, get back here!
Hey! Get over here.
Exactly. Stop doing that.
So yeah, you guys finish up your short rest, and you notice that throughout this, the shadow that Ullamire's body is casting kind of shrinks closer to him, as if to indicate that time is running out.
Uh-oh.
Alright, let's do this thing.
That shit's not good.
I don't want to have to fight this guy.
Nope. Thankfully, he's not as OP as he used to be back in the day. Anyway, so yeah, let's start making our way back
That's all I
towards
get.
that chamber.
Play the time.
All right.
All right. So you guys go back through the hallways you've passed through before, and you come back into the room with all the statues. And the door that Kalka had pointed you towards is there. It's closed currently.
I'm gonna check the door for investigate the door for traps. Check it for traps.
Go for it.
Wheel? What would that be? Investigation?
Yes.
That's a 22.
Rich, you know what this axe wants you to do to doors.
22.
Yeah, you look over the door pretty thoroughly, and you don't find any signs that it's trapped or locked.
All right.
I hit the door with the axe.
The doors are made of brass, so you do get a little bit of a spark, but doesn't actually chop through it.
Sorry.
I look at the captain very sarcastically, turn the knob, and push the door open. It's not locked.
You do
Cap.
so.
I know. Max wanted to do it. And I walk through
I
first.
said, and I look at everybody else and say, "You heard him say that, right?" I pull out a little notebook and make a note of this. Cap talking weird. All right, weirder than normal.
Okay. So you open up the door, and you see before you there's a hallway. It appears to be the floor is different from the rest of the stone floors you've seen in this place. It appears to be made up of vines, kind of crossed over one another. And the walls have on them, and the walls have painted on them like these various like nature scene murals, like full of trees and wildlife and fairies flitting around. You see that the hallway goes up for about 20 or so feet before it takes a sharp turn to the right.
Okay. No maps for us today.
Oh yeah, I can.
Let's see what we got.
Bring it up. Okay. So that is the hallway you guys are in.
Okay. So he walked through the door before us. So, Cap, what are you thinking? Keep on moving.
Yeah, I'll just keep walking.
Okay. You walk around the corner and you see another set of double brass doors, but these ones appear to be overgrown with vines.
Okay. What do you think, Cap?
So
I don't know. Anybody got any ideas?
I could slash away at the vines.
We could try to set them on fire. See if
That's
they'll
what I
burn
do.
away.
Fire's a good idea.
I like fire. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a firebolt at the vines. See if I can burn them up.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll damage. I mean, you're gonna hit it.
For
It's-
sure.
yeah.
Damage is 1d10. So it is for 9 points.
So 9 points. The firebolt strikes the vines, and you see some of them burn away as the fire catches and spreads. But that fire quickly extinguishes, and you watch the vines slowly start to grow back out.
God damn
Over
it,
the
magic
door.
vines. All right, Canatash, take a crack at him.
Can I just try to swipe at him? Just cut him with my sword?
Yep, go for it.
Am I just rolling damage too, or am I gonna?
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Mhm.
Okay. Uh, 12.
Okay. So you hack through, and you're using a +1 longsword, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you hack through the vines, and you see the vegetation fall onto the floor, and you've kind of cleared enough of them away from the door to where you could probably open it up. You watch as the vines, as what's left of those vines, kind of starts to try to bud back up, but their growth seems to be halted or slowed. So you should have enough time to actually open up the doors.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Open the door.
All right. You open up the doors and you look into the room beyond. So
ooh, that's interesting.
be a little more. Okay. So, first thing you notice, there are two pools in the room. Pools of what seems to be like black, bubbling tar. You can see the remains of some dead trees and bushes sticking out at various points in the pools. And in between the two, you see something that kind of resembles a tree, but it's a very pale white. Like all the color has been bleached from it, and it seems all of the branches are kind of drooping down instead of standing upright, just kind of making these like long white tendrils hanging off the tree. Though there is one branch that appears to be unaffected as of yet. It's still retaining its like wooden appearance and actually is extending upright. But you can see that there are some paths that you could use to skirt around the tar if you wanted to reach the tree. But yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. So, do you think we should take the long way or the short way, Captain? I mean, it's about the same distance. It looks you way up or down. High road or low road?
I'm trying to see the map. Hold on. It won't let me click on Zach's screen for whatever reason.
Yeah. Weird. Zach, talk real quick.
Talk real quick. Can you hear me?
Do it again.
Okay, I'm doing it again. Can you hear me?
There we go. I said we go up along the path.
Yeah.
So, do we know that this is real tar or is it fake like the lava was?
We should test it.
You don't. You can. Yeah, you can certainly do that.
So I know
it.
you said there was like sticks and stuff. Is there any that's like not far into the tar that I can reach?
I mean, you can see like the ground around you. There are like some, like occasionally like dead like branches and stuff, presumably from like bushes or whatever. Like you could pick up one of those if you wanted to, if that's what you're looking for. They
Yeah,
don't
just
have to be in the tar.
yeah, something to stick into the tar without like hurting myself.
Okay. So you pick up just a little branch, you step up to the tar, and you poke it in, and you try to pull it back out, and the tar sticks to it, and you got some resistance. So it seems pretty real.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the stick and step away from the tar.
Good check, though.
I mean, after the big lava, we got to do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, everything is possible in D&D. So,
So we said we're gonna go up way and go around that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay. The path is a little bit narrow there, so you kind of have to go like single file once you reach that point. Who's taking the lead?
Well, obviously,
I'll do
Kent
it.
with his
You'll do it.
new shiny
Yeah, I'll do it.
axe.
And then what's the order after Metatron?
I
I
guess
don't care where I go.
Okay.
since I'm first mate, I'll
So.
take up the after him. And then
Okay.
who's actually dragging Ullamire through this?
I think Metatron.
I think Metatron is.
Okay, that's hilarious. So
Yeah,
he's
he's just over my shoulder.
carrying the dead
Yeah, you get
body.
to look straight into his eyes.
He's on my shield arm, and the axe is in the other hand. So I'm just kind of bringing him along.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll be after him.
How
Then.
tall are you, boys?
Not that tall.
That puts you right about it, head level with Ullamire.
Yep.
Just looking at him.
Creepy as fuck. Okay.
Okay. So you guys start to make your way around the northern end of this larger tar pool. And as Metatron reaches the point that I've placed him at on the map, you see that tree start to shake a bit, and the white tendrils on it start to come to life and start flailing about. And you see around where the trunk of this tree was some of the I guess what now appears to be like some sort of fleshy substance starts to spread apart, and you see a singular large eye and a circular mouth filled with rows and rows of sharp teeth emerge from underneath this layer. And I'm going to need all of you guys to roll initiative.
Good.
Death rolling.
10.
Whew.
21.
14.
18.
All right. Okay. So, Cirilla, you're up. You see this thing come to life, and its tendrils are starting to rear up as if they're getting ready to strike towards you guys.
Okay, I will start my blade song. Because that'll give me a little bit more movement. And then I guess how can I have 40 feet of movement, and I guess I'd like to get as close to it as I can.
Okay.
I assume we're trying to kill this thing?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So let's see. You can 1, 2, 3,
I'd say it looks
I'm
rather
happy to
threatening.
be talked out of it.
6, 7. So you can get right up to there and
Okay.
be in melee with it.
Okay. I guess I will. If we think we're gonna attack this thing, I don't know. I'll hit it with my scimitar. For 16.
So you slash forward with your scimitar and you connect with this thing's body, but it's much more elastic than you expected, and the blow just seems to bounce off.
So it doesn't hit. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit it, but it didn't actually do anything, like do
Cool.
any damage to it.
Cool.
Metatron, you're up.
I throw my axe at it.
Okay. Go for it.
You gotta do it, Metatron.
No. It just happens now. That's an 8.
Yeah, you throw your axe, but like just as you're about to release it, you hear a voice in your head go, "Whoa, whoa! What are you doing, buddy?" And then the axe goes flying, and you threw it too far to the right.
Maybe we shouldn't fight it.
And then
Bad at it.
you do anything else, Metatron?
I wait for the axe to come back.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you see the axe kind of poof. It had landed in one of the tar pits, but it poofs away and appears back in your hand. So, Adron, you're up.
I look back at the other guys and say, "You guys saw that, right?" Pull out my notebook, make a quick note, and
It's a
then
magic axe, dude. Does that stuff.
yeah. But he's weird about magic, and the fact that he's playing with it is suspicious to me. So we're gonna
Fair.
take a crack with the firebolt.
All right.
Yeah, it's a tree. We're gonna set this bitch on fire. Ooh. And hold on, let me show everybody. It's a 20. Or 19 plus 4 is a 23.
That definitely hits.
For 7 points of damage.
All right. So your firebolt impacts, and it leaves a deep scorch mark across the side of this thing, and it kind of lets out a little bit of a screech. But it still looks very healthy. You doing anything else?
As of now, there's nothing for me to try to hide under or behind, so I'm going to stay put.
Okay. Kanatash, it's your turn.
I have enough movement to get up in melee range, right?
So 5, 6.
I can get right next.
You'll fall just short. You'll get right next to Cirilla there with your 30 feet.
I mean, how many javelins do I have left? I'm going to throw my last javelin I have. Aim for the thickest part of the tree that there is, I guess.
All right.
Are you not snagging them things after you kill things?
What?
I said, are you not retrieving those things after you stab people or throw them at somebody?
I tried to grab the last one, but Metatron wouldn't give it to me back. After I submitted it.
Still on his back.
That's still.
So I got a 15 to hit, which doesn't hit.
Yeah, so you throw your javelin, and much like Cirilla's scimitar, it does strike the tree, but it just kind of hits and bounces back off and lands on the ground.
Cool.
Not in the tar, but
I'll take it. Cool.
yeah. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay. So, let's see. 2 of the tendrils rise up and come down at Cirilla and Kanatash. So, ooh. The one going for Cirilla definitely misses. But does an 18 hit you, Kanatash?
Matches.
Matches? Okay. So the tendril wraps around you, and you are grappled and restrained. And then 2 more of the tendrils rise up, and they strike out towards Adron and Metatron.
Oh, damn, that's some long ass range.
It sure is. And 15 misses Metatron, and a 9 definitely does not hit Adron. So you guys see these tendrils come from a long way off, and you're able to duck out of the way.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at one of them
Okay.
when it comes over here.
Matrix.
11.
You swipe out with the axe, but this thing just retracts too fast, and you're not able to land a hit on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a 13.
Still the same.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's +7 now. So
Yeah. So, Kanatash, you feel a tug as you get reeled in closer towards this thing's mouth.
Cool.
And
You and getting pulled into shit.
it tries to clamp its mouth around you, and but you manage to bring up your shield, or you have a shield. You manage to fend the teeth off for now.
For now.
Yep.
see if there's a ring in there.
What?
See if there's a ring in there.
Not every monster has a ring inside of it, Rich.
We have tried not to tie it.
It's just every other monster. I didn't say.
It's every
Um,
answer is C.
So, Cirilla, it's back to you.
Okay. I will cast Booming Blade, or sorry, not Booming, Shadow Blade as my bonus action, and then we'll try and strike it with said Shadow Blade. Oh, that's better. 21.
Yep. You. Hang on. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, you hit it. You slice through it, and it shrieks out in pain.
Ooh, nice damage. Yes. That is 13 points of psychic damage.
All right.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay. Metatron.
All right. I throw the axe again. Is that tendril still sitting there, standing next to me?
No, it retreated back.
All right. I'll go ahead and throw the axe again. And 20.
Just hits. Yep.
Okay.
So you throw your axe and it plants firmly into the creature.
16 points.
16 points. All right.
Oh,
And one,
17 points.
17. Okay.
Or no, 15. I'm bad at math.
All right.
I swear.
So you see the axe plant into the creature, and one of its tendrils goes down as if to grab it, but the axe poofs away and appears back in your hand. So yeah. Doing anything else? Moving?
Nope, I'm good.
You're good. Adron.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do Firebolt again for 20.
That hits.
All right, for 9 points of damage.
Okay. Again, your firebolt strikes the creature, leaving another deep burn mark. And that brings us to Kanatash.
So I'm completely grappled right now.
You are grappled and restrained, which means that you cannot move, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. But you are like right next to this thing now,
Okay.
so you don't
Well-
need to move to try and take a hit at it.
Can I try to take a hit at what's grappling me?
Yes, you can.
All right, we'll try that. Well, yeah, that's a 8. So
You try to slice into this thing, but just like the body, it's very elastic, and your sword just doesn't hit it quite right and bounces off.
okay. That's all I got.
Okay. So this thing's 3 tendrils start to whip up in a frenzy again. See, one going towards Cirilla, and that misses. One going towards Metatron, and ooh, does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then the one going at Adron, and that is a 26 to hit Adron.
Damn it.
So
Ducking
both of
everything.
you are grappled and restrained.
Fuck.
And let's see what it does. Okay, so that is, and you see the tendril start to drag Metatron. 1, 2, 4. In kind of a path through the tar. Let's see. It attempts to bite at Canatash again.
Of course.
And that one will hit. It's a 26.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's a lot.
It's reassuring.
Oh shit, that's a lot.
Never a good thing to hear from the DM.
You take 23 points of damage as the
Oh.
teeth crunch into you.
Jeez. You still up?
Yeah, that's not even half.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm
And
jealous.
Yeah, me too.
Metatron, as you're dragged through the tar, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Who?
You, Metatron.
Okay. Uh, 13.
Okay. You feel like something's seeping through the cracks in your armor and getting onto your skin. And you feel like some sort of like almost kind of like lightheadedness for a second, but you shrug it off, just barely. And that brings us back to Cirilla.
Okay.
Oh, did I take damage?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So, gonna stick with what works and start off with a Shadow Blade attack. Oh no. That's a natural 4, so like 10, I think. 9.
Yeah, not gonna
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
But I will try with my offhanded attack with my scimitar.
Never gonna get it.
Nope,
you're
also
never
a
gonna
5.
get
So not
you're
gonna
never
happen
gonna
at
get
11.
Nope. You're just looking on in horror as this thing starts to chew on Canatash, and it breaks your focus, and you're not able to get your blows to connect. Metatron, you're there. Oh,
Hello.
JP.
Yay!
So let's see. Actually, JP, if you want to go ahead and roll initiative real quick.
I just rolled 18.
18. Okay.
Oh, Lucas will be back in a moment.
Okay. So actually, tied with Metatron. Yeah, I'll let Dolomite and Metatron. You can decide who goes first between the two of you. So
you go
JP, to fill you in, if you just came into this, to fill you in on what's going on in the room.
We're killing something. I'm down.
Yeah, so there are these two pools of like black bubbling tar, and in between the two of them, there's this huge like tree-like creature that's pale white with these sort of fleshy tendrils draping off the sides of it. There is like one lone branch that still seems to be like made of wood and is standing erect on it. And this thing's tendrils have been like grappling around people and dragging them in closer.
Oof.
It's
Oh,
great.
and you're in this room because the giant hermit crab implied that there might be a way to restore Ullamire back to life.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
All right. It's like grabbing us now.
Yes. So it currently has Canatash, Metatron, and Adron wrapped around with its tendrils. Yeah, and it's pulled in Canatash close enough to bite at, and it's pulled Metatron into the tar.
Okay. I'm gonna say I was conscious enough to kind of hug the south end of the room.
Okay.
After, yeah, you would have done that.
Okay.
That sounds
We
like
can
something you
say
would have done.
that. Yeah.
We did take a short rest if you need it.
Okay. I think I was good actually from last time, but I'm gonna try shooting at it with the crossbow, and I don't do that. That doesn't happen.
So you
Only
load
in my
up your
dreams.
crossbow.
It's going about the same over here.
Yeah, this thing's pretty freaky, and it kind of throws off your aim, and the bolt thuds into the tar. It stinks beneath it. So Metatron, we're at you. Oh, unless you wanted to do anything else, JP, with your bonus action. Sure.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so Metatron, you're up.
So I'm just kind of like hanging over the tar pit. Is that right?
No, you've been dragged through it. You're about waist deep in it. Waist deep in the tar.
Cool. I would like to grapple the thing that is grappling me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can try to grapple the tendril to prevent it from pulling you any further. We'll let that happen. So yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Ideally, I want it to pull me out. I just want to be able to hold on.
Then I would not. If you grapple it, it won't have any. It won't be able to move. That's
okay.
kind of what grappled is for. So if you want it to pull you out, I wouldn't do that.
Got it. Yeah, I'll just keep throwing the axe at the center.
Okay. Since you are restrained, grappled and restrained, you do have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Cool. An 8.
It's not going to do it. The axe goes flying. It embeds itself in the far wall, and then poofs back into your hand at the end of your turn, assuming you don't try to do anything else.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Adron, you're up.
I'm going to try to firebolt the tentacle that's holding on to me. I'm assuming.
Okay.
I have to roll at disadvantage, correct?
You do, yes.
Let's see. Does a 17 hit?
It does not. You let your firebolt loose, but the tendril is still writhing a bit, and it moves out of the way, and your firebolt just connects with the ground.
Okay.
Kanatash, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna try to swipe again and get out.
All right.
12. Probably does not hit.
Nope. Yeah, not quite gonna do it. So let's see. Brings it to its turn. Its last free tendril is going to lash out at. It's actually going to lash out at Dolomite.
Oh, bitch. You're not free.
But you see it coming from a mile away, Dolomite, and you're able to duck out of the way. The tendril just slams into the wall behind you and reels back. Let's see.
Dolomite is my name, and dodging tree tentacles is my game.
And then Adron, you get reeled.
God damn it. Getting reeled in somewhere.
Okay.
Oh,
And this thing is going to try to crunch down on Kanatash again. But you're able to bat its mouth aside with your shield. It is not able to get through your armor. And I need both Adron and Metatron to make Constitution saving throws.
Turd. Where did my dice just go off to? Oh, crap. What the hell? There it is. Hold on here. Constitution.
18.
18? Okay, you're good.
What do I check that with? Sorry. You just.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. I got a 9.
Okay. So you feel this burning tar
Crap.
seep in through your armor, and you feel this like kind of uneasy, queasy feeling as whatever chemicals are in it course through you. And you take just 3 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And then that brings us back up to Cirilla.
Okay. I'm going to move over to kind of like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but I want to use lightning lure to pull Adron out of the tar, if that's possible. But I want to basically pull him to like safe ground, and it's a 15-foot range that pulls him within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
So I like don't know how to describe where it's like up 3 spaces and to the left 1 should
So
pull him out.
up 3 into the. Okay. Yeah, I think I see what you're. So you want him to end up like here, essentially? You said up 3 into the left 1? Oh, so like on the shore there.
Are you doing it to
That is-
Metatron or Adron?
Adron.
Oh,
I figure
Adron.
Metatron. Yeah, I
Okay.
figure Metatron has better
Hit stats
Okay.
than I do?
better
For sure.
Okay, I
constitution.
see. I see what you're doing.
I want to pull him out of the because it pulls him 10 feet in a straight line toward me, and it's a 15-foot range.
Okay. And that's what it would normally be like a spell save?
Yeah, a strength
Okay.
save.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and have the tendril make that to see if it's able to resist being pulled back out, since it's doing most of the pulling here. Yeah, and I don't think that's gonna. Oh, is your what? Is a 13? Okay, so you are able
Hell yeah. Get me out of that fucking
to pull.
He does take a D8 worth of lightning damage, but I figure
Okay.
that's minimal.
Yeah,
I rolled a 2, so it's not too bad.
Oh, I can handle twos.
something. So there's a boom of, or just like a kind of a arc of lightning jumps out of Cyrilla's hands and lashes around the tendril and forces it to draw Metatron back out of the tar.
Adron.
Adron. Yep, Adron. Yep.
But I probably have to move to cast that, which means he probably gets an attack of opportunity against me.
Yes.
Just to be fair.
So it would have to be within 10 feet of you.
It's a
This is the final-
15-foot range, and he
Okay.
pulls 10 feet in a straight line towards me.
Oh, okay. So he was here. So you'd have to go up to that square to do it.
Which I have 40
would
feet of
be-
movement,
Yeah,
so
so
it's
you
not
can
hard.
definitely make that. Let me check. Oh, yeah, you were in melee with it.
Yeah, I was definitely melee with it.
Yep. Okay. And does an 18 hit you?
Nope, just misses.
Okay. So its teeth actually kind of extend and kind of gnash out at you, but you're able to get away quickly enough. So yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. So Dolomite.
I am going to. Do I have? Hold on, I need to look up a spell real quick. I forget the range on this thing. All right, I want to do Thunder Wave,
Okay.
but I think I have to move up for that.
You would have to. So let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. You can get up to there with your movement.
Perfect. And yeah, I'll do that. Constitution 13.
Okay. And what's the? It's what, a 15-foot cube for Thunderwave? Is that what it is?
Correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, that would not get Canatash.
Thank
It
you.
would get the tree. Constitution. Oh, just fails.
Ooh. What is it? 2. Where's the thing? I missed. Uh, 12 damage.
Okay, 12 points of thunder damage. Yeah, so your thunder wave collides with this thing, and you hear it reel and shriek from the blow. And normally you'd expect this thing to be pushed back, but you notice that it has, and it does get kind of like rocked up out of the ground a little bit, but you notice it has very, very large roots extending into the earth. So it is not pushed back, but it did take that damage. So you doing anything with your bonus action?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use bardic inspiration on Kanatash,
Thanks.
and I'm gonna
Inspire him.
I'm gonna do like a quick little ditty on my lute. Just like one little verse worth of a song from people who are being oppressed by tendrils.
You know, the classic song.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good album. You should check it out.
Yeah. When you learned that song, you thought it was going to be too situational to be worth adding into your repertoire, but I'm glad you took the time now.
Turns out not.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Very. Whose line is it anyway?
So, Metatron, you're up.
The tree is grappling me still, right?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
How difficult would it be for me to grab the tree and try and pull it into the top?
You figure it would be pretty difficult because you just saw Dolomite cast his Thunder Wave, and that was not able to move the tree at all. So you figure it'd be pretty difficult for you to manage it just pulling. But you can try it if you want to.
I do. So I'm going to do that.
Of course
Yeah.
you
Metatron always thinks he's stronger.
do. He couldn't do it, but I can.
Okay,
It's
so
bad. It's hold on. 25? The strength? Athletics 25 too?
huh. That was I thought, well, there's no way he's gonna get a 25, and it's silly to make the DC a 30, so I'll just have it be a 25, but you got a 25. Okay.
Teach you a
So
lesson.
yeah, you manage to pull, and you don't manage to actually drag it into the tar, but its roots rip free from the earth. And you can see that has, and you can see that some of those roots, parts of those roots are left behind in the earth. And you have done some damage to it by pulling it out. Let's see, what's that going to be? Yeah, that's a healthy amount. Oh, and I should have mentioned this like a little while ago, but this thing is bloodied. It's
Oh, yeah.
past the bloody
Dang.
point. Yeah. All right. Adron, it's your turn.
All right. Am I still being grappled by this thing, or
You are.
okay? Because I figured being yanked out of it would like kind of confuse it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and once again cast Firebolt because it seems to be working when I do hit it. Okay.
Now who's using the heavy dice?
Oh, these aren't heavy dice. Same ass dice I've been using this whole time.
Sounds super heavy.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling it on just the table instead of like the thing I was rolling on.
That'll do it.
It's gonna be a 18. Does that hit?
Not quite. You ready your firebolt and release it. We'll say like just as Metatron pulls the tree out of the ground, and it just flies past where the tree was and it impacts with the wall.
Does that change the way my dice sounds? Does it sound back to normal now? The table has
Sounds a bit lighter.
Let's see, Kanatash, you're up.
Guess I'll try to attack with my longsword again. Yeah. I'm still in disadvantage, right?
You are, yes.
Cool.
See, senor.
19. Does that hit?
It's real close, but no.
Wait, oh.
You gotta get
Too
a
late for Bardic
20.
Inspiration. Just kidding.
Gotta get a good 20.
I'll let you at it.
Okay.
Oh.
Plus a 1.
That's all you needed.
Okay.
Nice.
Gotta get a 20.
Alright.
So were you slashing at the tree itself or the tendril that was grasping you?
The tendril that's grasping me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 plus 3, so 11.
Okay. So you're feeling inspired by Dolomite's song, and you raise your sword up and you bring it down with a mighty swing, and the tendril just snaps, almost like if you just cut a rubber band that had high tension on it, and the tendril just kind of flops around, but you are no longer grappled or restrained.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. That
Come over here
is
and cut me
all I
free.
got then. Well, I already took my attack. Maybe next time.
Back the fuck away.
So let's see. It's its turn now. Adron and Metatron are still grappled. Let's see.
This whole time,
Okay.
we're still.
It's gonna
draped
lash
across
out its last free
Metatron's
tendril at
shoulders.
Dolomite again. But a 13 does not hit you, correct, Dolomite?
No, it's nope, does not.
So again, you manage to duck out of the way of the tendril. Ooh, what does it want to do? It didn't like being pulled out of the ground like that, so it's going to reel Metatron in close enough to bite.
Good.
That's what he's been waiting for this whole time.
Ooh, and a 25 will hit.
That'll hit.
Felgrim, what's your saying to him?
You take 21 points of damage as this thing crunches into you.
Can I do my reaction for Rebuke the Violent?
Yeah, sure. What does that do again?
Really after
Stop being
they
so
make
mean.
an attack against someone other than me, forces you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, 19 is probably going to beat your DC, right?
Yeah, so it just takes half the damage it gave.
Okay. So as it crunches into Metatron, there's this, you raise up your hand and there's this burst of radiant energy around, around its mouth, and you see the thing shriek in pain again.
Yes.
So that brings us back to Cirilla.
Okay, I'd like to use my movement to get back up into melee with it.
Oh, wait. Sorry. One thing that I forgot to do. Because of Metatron's new axe, and he just took damage. You do need to make a wisdom saving throw, real quick.
17. Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
you're okay. You hear the voice of Felgrim come into your head, and he says, "What? You gonna let this punk get away with that? Murder him! Murder everybody!" You're like, "Ooh, this guy's a little high strung. I'm not gonna listen to him." And you manage to shrug off Felgrim's influence.
This is not going to go well for us.
Yeah. So,
At least at some
Cirilla,
point.
I
Okay.
assure you, it's not. It's not going to go well.
So I'd like to use my movement to get back up into melee range with him.
All right.
I have 40 feet, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
And then I would like to strike him with my Shadow Blade. Hopefully it'll actually strike. Nope, that's a nat 1.
Yep. That's not it. Yeah.
We're gonna try a different dice for my offhanded attack, assuming I still have the ability to make that.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Okay. Nope, that's a 7. I think that's like a 7 plus 6, so
13. Yeah.
13. Yeah.
Yeah, your blade just slides off this thing's body,
Ugh.
doing any damage.
I guess
Dolomite.
this makes up for last session.
Doggo.
Dolomite, you're up.
Okay. I'll try that crossbow. Uh, 20.
Just hit. Yep.
Hey. Oh, yeah. 11.
11 points. Okay. You steady your shot. You line it up just right and release your bolt. This thing, and the bolt connects right with its one large eye. And you see it just let out a large howl of pain, much more intense than anything it's done before. It's still alive, but it looks very rough.
All right, let's fuck
Doing
this
anything
thing up.
else?
Nope.
All right. Metatron, you're up.
Fuck it up,
So-
Cap.
I uprooted the one half of the roots, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it pulled me in closer, correct?
It sure did.
Are my feet still on the ground?
Let me check. Yeah, you've actually been pulled out of the tar. So yeah, your feet are on solid ground again. You're like right on the edge of the tar pool, but you're no longer in it.
Are you gonna try
I was
suplex?
just. Are they free enough for me to just try and kick this thing over?
I have
Yeah.
a German suplex.
You can kick at it.
All right.
You do still have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Sure. I miss.
Okay. You kick into this thing, and it's about as effective as you would expect it to be.
Cool.
Adron, it's your move.
All right. Once again, I'm going to attempt to firebolt it. I'm determined to burn the shit out of this thing, so it'll let me go.
We love a good campfire.
Does an 18 hit? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't.
Nope, not quite.
So, I missed.
All right,
Shame.
Canatash.
Ashamed.
If you don't kill it, I'll kill all of you.
Oh shit.
Wow.
A little harsh.
You
Cap.
might just kill all of us anyway.
Right, with a crazy axe.
It has to take damage. If I take damage, I'll kill all of you. Just no pressure or anything.
Come on, guys.
So,
Let's fuck it up now.
so it's pretty damaged, right?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
pretty bad. Mm-hmm.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna just try to. Can I try to like stab him in the eyeball?
Yeah, sure.
Just go for that.
Stab it in the eyeball.
That's a 7. That does not hit.
Yeah, you go to stab it in the eyeball, but it's kind of a weird angle for you, and it kind of glances off the off this thing's body. So let's see. It's tendril.
Well, wait.
Oh. Doing something else?
Maybe.
Oh shit.
So can I cast Sanctuary on Metatron? So we just try to mitigate the damage next time.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. All right. So I will do that. I don't think it requires. Okay. Yeah. So I cast Sanctuary on Metatron.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Then I'm done. Now I'm done.
Gotcha. So this thing still wants to chow down on Metatron, but it has to make its wisdom saving throw.
Which isn't very high, but
Yeah, only got a 7 on that, so I think it fails. So it has to
choose a new target.
Another target, and
Probably.
both you and Cirilla are options. So, okay. It's going to bite out at Cirilla.
Sorry.
You're good.
But a 16 does not hit Cirilla.
Nope.
So she manages to dance out of the way of the
All
teeth.
good.
So that was the bite. I didn't try. I don't think I tried to do a tendril yet, right? Sorry, I just kind of had a brain fart there.
No.
I think so. No.
Yeah, I didn't think I did. So that'll lash out. We'll say, go for Cirilla. A 21 does connect.
Yep.
So you are grappled and restrained, and uses its reel to pull Adron back into the tar.
God damn it.
And I'm going to need Adron to make a Constitution saving throw. As the tar once again seeps through.
I got an 18 on my Constitution saving throw.
Okay. This time you managed to resist the poison. So you're fine. And that brings us back up to Cirilla.
Okay, so if I like try and attack the tendril, does that like help with getting me ungrappled and restrained? Is that how
Yeah,
that
if
works?
you saw Kanatash attacking and he managed to do enough damage to break it. And he
Okay,
was
I
free,
will
So
do the same then with my Shadow Blade. Man, I'm rolling like shit. Like, what is it, 12? So, no.
it's not going to do it.
And then I'll try my offhanded scimitar. I've gone through like 4 different dice tonight. And that's a 13, so no.
Nope. Yeah, this thing's hard to hit in the right spot to actually do damage, so your blows are just bouncing off of it. Dolomite, you're up.
I'm gonna do that good old fashioned
Fuck it up,
crossbow.
fam. Time to clap.
Oh, that's my thing.
Time to clap that ass.
25.
Heal.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'll still count that. It flew way outside of my area, but I can still see it. For 9 damage.
All right. So for a second time, you fire your bolt, and this time it flies right through the center of this thing's pupil.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
And it disappears within, and the thing doesn't shriek this time. It just lets out a shudder, and all of its tendrils go limp, and it just slumps down to the ground.
Nice.
Lit, yo.
And almost seems to deflate. But you see that one branch that was unaffected by whatever corruption infected the rest of the tree is still there, hanging just above the tar.
And then from the distance you hear. Oh, I muted. Never mind. Didn't work.
Are we out of combat now?
You are out of combat, yes.
So is the tendril at least still attached to Adron?
It is attached to him, but it's gone limp. Actually,
Can I?
no, it's gone limp, so it's no longer there's no longer like a firm grip around him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Get out of the tar.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
I'm
just-
trying to climb out
I
of
mean,
the tower.
if yeah,
Somebody
can you
pull
climb
me
out?
out of the tower, climb out of the tower, whatever I gotta do, get my ass.
If you
out of
hold
this
on to
tower.
the tendril, we can probably pull you out.
Alright, pull my
Yeah.
bitch ass out.
All right, so let's pull him out.
Okay. So go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Then okay.
I'll help you out.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So you can get
you
advantage on the roll then. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, it dropped. So that is a 19. The advantage.
Yep,
Hell
that's
yeah.
more than enough. So Adron grasps onto the tendril and you reel him back onto the shore. Can attach with Cyrilla's help. And a few moments pass, and you see the tar in the room stops bubbling. It's still there, lying still, but it's still there, just still surface now. And the pale white portions of the tree start to actually melt away and just kind of seep into the ground, and the branch clatters onto the floor. And the room actually starts to grow a little bit lighter, as if some kind of as if like the last remnants of that curse have been lifted. And the
Oh,
branch, the tip of it starts to glow with this kind of like pulsing white light.
So who's gonna touch the crazy branch?
Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of magic anymore. Writes that in my notebook.
So Metatron, you pick up the branch, and another voice comes into your yeah, you pick up the branch, and it feels like, just a regular tree branch. The tip of it is glowing, and you see that it's covered in some moss. It's
See if it'll
clearly
heal Ullamire.
I'd poke him with a stick.
I mean, something in here is supposed to heal Ullamire.
How big
What
is
if we
it?
like dunk him in the tar?
Yeah, roll him in the tar.
Doesn't hurt.
If anything, it'll
might.
be good for
It
his
might.
skin.
Preserve
Right,
it a
yeah.
little bit.
I mean, it's not bubbly. That might be good.
How big is the stick that I pick up?
Hmm?
How big is the stick that I pick up?
It's about like the length of your forearm or so. So decent size.
Use it to pick his nose.
Poke it with
Well,
Anoint him.
I figure we gotta insert it somehow.
it. Ooh.
That's what the tar's for. There you go.
Make sure it stays.
Some organic lube there.
Ew.
It's not
We got
boiling
all the
anymore.
tools
It's
we
fine.
need in this room by the sound of it. I just don't know. If only we had a mage to tell us how it worked. Oh, well.
I mean, I am a mage and I can cast Identify.
Please.
Okay. I will take 10 minutes and cast Identify on the branch.
Okay. You
10
take your
minutes later.
time to cast the Identify spell, and in those 10 minutes, you all watch as the shadow that Ullamire's body is casting shrinks again, growing even
God
closer
damn it.
to him. And your spell finishes, and you get a strong sense of restoration magic coming from this thing, and you realize that it has the ability to lift a curse one time.
Do I understand how to use it?
Yes, you should just be able to tap the intended target with the glowing end.
Anoint.
I will take it from Metatron and do that. Or I guess I have it, but I will
Yeah,
I will just do that. I will not say
Snatch
anything
that
and I'll just
shit.
do it.
Give me that.
Okay. So you tap the wand on Ullamire's body, and you watch as that shadow that was drawing in closer just rapidly expands back out and then seems to disconnect from him altogether. It just hovers for a moment and then disperses throughout the room in a burst of light. And you watch as Ullamire's chest starts to rise with breath again, and his eyes kind of
Oh,
flicker
put a
open.
cam on, son.
I'm back, baby.
He's back.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, that worked perfect.
You are back with 1 hit point.
Oh, we need a long rest in this bitch.
I'm gonna hand him some gold, and I'm gonna say, "Here, I was holding this for you until you came back."
Is the magic
This
used
is
up from the
yours.
stick? Like, is the stick useless now?
It does appear to be, yeah. But as you tapped Ullamire with the wand, you felt some of the warmth flow back up through your arm,
And you got a
and it
blessing.
seems that you may have received some kind of blessing.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. All right, to the doors. Didn't we only need 2?
Yeah,
You didn't really
I think
need
so.
to.
We
Yeah.
had, yeah.
Yeah.
We had the third.
Hell
Already.
yeah.
JP, did they explain this axe to you?
Axe, no.
Oh.
Oh, you want to explain it?
The axe that Metatron now possesses is called Felgrim's axe.
Belgrim's Folly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felgrim's Folly. What it does is a mystery to the party. So I'm gonna let you know it's not good.
If it has anything to do with Felgrim, it's not good.
We're all
Not as
gonna
good
die.
indoors
Look,
as we thought.
Yeah.
everyone
I
else is
killed
gonna
the
die.
party. I saved the party. You never know what's gonna happen. All right.
Wild card, bitches.
Hence why I've been taking notes, because Metatron suddenly is not afraid of magic anymore. And so...
That's not entirely true. He's just not afraid of sticks.
So, do we know that this thing is talking to him? Like,
No, you have no idea. It
No,
hasn't
no.
told you.
I don't know that
He's
it's
just
talking
talking
him,
to the
but
axe
he's talking to
himself,
himself and
Yeah.
to the axe. So
I imagine you guys think it's weird.
Cirilla
Other
currently
than-
thinks Metatron is weird as hell, but has no other like information to go on. So it's just like that's probably normal. He's probably a weirdo.
I did openly say that the axe told me to kick the door in.
it did,
Uh,
and I noted
just
that
most
in
people
my.
just
I
wrote
put
that
that
off.
in my
but-
notations. So
Yeah.
when we have our
So
meeting
I'm-
later on, Cap, what
Things
did you-
weirdos say.
Cap, what
so
did
with
you
that,
mean by
so
the axe told you to say that?
Can
Dolma's
I-
just gonna be like, "Yeah, this is totally normal. I talk to stuff too." Like,
If the axe
down.
does not announce
I get
his
it.
full title at least one time, I will be disappointed.
I'm Zelgrim. Anyway, continue.
Slayer of
Master
Greg.
Arena, Slayer of Greg, Breaker of Doors, Warmbeard.
Yeah.
You might have to send Zach that just so that he's
Yeah.
able to say all
We'll go ahead and retcon it and say that when Felgrim introduced himself, he did include all those titles.
Sure. I was just not listening after that part. Yeah, that's fine. Pilgrim Onebeard, Greg Slayer, Kicker of Doors.
So I'm curious as to what has happened since I've been dead.
Don't worry.
We killed the vampire.
Kill a tree.
Killed a tree. There you go.
The grab is broken again.
And your boy.
Did
killed
anything
tree.
happen to me when I was dead?
Right.
Did I was I just in a void or what? Like
No,
it was just nothingness? Okay.
Metatron was just carrying you around for the last however long that was. Shit, I lose track of time, guys.
it's been like 15 minutes at best. No, wait.
How are these blessings
About-
going?
We did take a short rest.
It's been 45 minutes then.
We'll say like an hour and 15.
Yeah, an hour and
15.
15.
Yeah.
Took us 15 minutes to fight it, an hour to take a short rest.
That's great.
So what's the deal with the blessings? Do we have them? Do we not have them?
We have
Yeah.
them all.
We got both now.
Let's go.
Let's do this shit, yo.
I mean, we could always take a short rest again. Those are fun.
Yeah, we need to rest.
Everyone likes snakes.
Do we need a long rest? Because I think...
I don't.
No, we don't.
It wouldn't-
No, we're
I'm
good.
I will say this specific situation hasn't come up before, but you can only benefit from a long rest once every 24 hours. So,
Okay.
I mean, you could just wait around, but you'd be waiting around way longer than 8 hours to get the long rest.
That's fine.
All right.
Let's just stand here for a few days, guys. Let's do it. We got this.
Short rest.
Does anyone want to play some poker?
Yeah.
Short rest is fine.
I got bagpipes. It'll be great.
I've got this great game called Homes and People. It's like a role play game.
Oh, maybe we could try that out sometimes. We can have a conversation with the captain. But
Oh,
another time.
I got a depressed retail worker as my character. Oh, I don't
yeah.
want to play this game.
I'm basically going to play a homeless man. It'll be great.
What do you have to roll to survive a pandemic?
Yeah, the current adventure is a pandemic.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
And you're dead.
Anyway, so we're hanging out in this tree room. We're just gonna stay in this room, or are we gonna move on to the next spot and post up?
Does Ullamire want to take a short rest?
Ullamire needs all the rest he can get.
Well, yeah, but if we do a long rest, we'll have to wait for a while.
I think we should rest with the guardian guy who's willing to watch over us while we rest.
Yeah.
Someone could also just
Yeah.
do with some healing. You know, that would also work.
Yeah, we
What?
don't have a lot of that.
Kanatash used it all in the last couple of battles, and we haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
long rest since.
I got no healing
Yeah.
right now until long rest.
I personally won't benefit from a short rest at all because I used all my hit dice, but I'm just thinking Ullamire's at 1, so.
Yeah,
I could
he
benefit
needs it.
from a short rest. I've only used 1 hit die.
Always could benefit from a short rest.
All right, so short rest it is.
Back to the Guardian short rest.
Yep.
All right. You guys return to the chamber. And the guardian, who is kind of standing stoically, just watching you as you pass through the last time, his head kind of perks up and he says, "Oh, I see you've gotten all the required blessings. I suppose this means your pilgrimage will be coming to an end. Please go ahead, touch the crystals."
So.
Get-
Yeah.
Gotta touch the crystals then.
Crystal touch.
Okay.
You the benefactor of one of those?
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
touch one because I have a blessing.
Yeah.
Cyrilla
Sure.
and Kanatash. Yep. So Kanatash, you go up and touch one of the crystals, and it goes from a colorless transparent to this kind of like swirling brown, almost like muddy water. And you see inscribed above it, there's an image depicting that giant hermit crab, and he seems to be using that bamboo piece to move like a chess piece or something. It's kind of a hint as to what his trial might have been, but yeah. And Cirilla, you touch the other gem, and it starts to glow a verdant green, and there's an image of a giant tree, and there's like a little old man sitting down at the base of it. But all three gems are now lit, and there's kind of a rumbling as the door parts in the middle, and the two halves slide into the walls. And beyond, you can see the room is lit with these multicolored prismatic lights and sconces along the walls. And there's this huge, there's this well, like a smaller version of the one you descended down into, sitting in the center.
So, magic ladder.
Do you guys want to enter, or are you taking your short rest first?
Short rest.
Oh, I thought we were. Yeah, I thought we did that before we opened the door. Yeah, no.
No, I mean, they've already talked to you as soon as you entered the room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Short rest.
All right. And just throughout the short rest, he's kind of like looking at you guys, looking at the door, like, you guys gonna go in? It's, I mean, it's
gotta
fine.
give us
There's
an
nothing
hour.
in there.
Yeah.
It's
All
not
right.
going anywhere.
Union break. Union
Take a
break.
breather.
All right. It's your pilgrimage. All right.
This is why we're so good at what we do. Constant breaks.
We like naps.
Okay. So the short rest concludes, and the chamber is still there. Doors standing open.
The Chamber of Secrets is still there.
I will go first.
Okay.
I jump.
Ullamire, you step into the room, and as you enter, you see on the far wall, on the opposite side of the well, much like the dragon head that appeared at the bottom of the well when you descended, a similar image starts to glow on that wall. Except this one, after a moment, starts to expand out. And you see just this like floating dragon head made of light. And it kind of floats up so that it's like right in front of the well. And it says, "Welcome, pilgrim, to my tomb. I sense you have been here before or met someone who has."
Accurate.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We're gonna,
Not wrong.
are we all following after him, or can we only go in one at a time?
You can all go in. Doors are still open.
Cool. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
I'll-
follow in.
Oh,
You all file in, and the dragon just kind of, its eyes kind of dart to each one of you as you come in. And actually, it pauses on you, Kanatash, and it says, "Akalishtar, I have not seen one of your people in many years. I had feared after me and my brethren fell and left you alone and left your people alone to fight the dreaming dark, you would have fallen. But it is good to see that some have survived."
Just kind of, just nod my head with it, not really acknowledging too much more with it.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, how'd you-
And the dragon kind of shifts its eyes back towards Ullamire, and it says, "So, pilgrims, you have completed my trials, and you may beseech, and you may ask a request of me. Some seek wisdom, some seek power.
I seek blood.
Ah. Well, it is your right to ask. Though I fear many have come seeking the blood as of late. And over the centuries, I've been drained down to my last few drops. If I am to give this blood to you, and I am willing to, it will be the end of my spirit, and I will finally pass on.
Damn, son, getting heavy.
It's like,
I mean, Godspeed.
it's like okay. I see you folks are not particularly devout. The devout would be a little more hesitant, but you know,
I've been dead. It's not so bad.
you yeah,
Wait,
you did the trials. You can get the blood. Okay. And
Hold on.
Before you give him the blood, are we allowed to ask our questions?
and he says, "Yes, of course.
All right.
You may each ask a question."
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask my question. I've been suspicious. What's up with the Cap's fucking axe?
And the dragon looks over to Metatron, and it sees the axe, and he says, "Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's my understanding that that axe is home to the spirit of a very bloodthirsty dwarven warrior.
Oh, shit.
It was wielded by one of my greatest foes, Talak the Corrupted. But since you hold it now, I assume you have laid him to his final rest."
Yeah, Cap's
You're wrong.
axes.
I would be wary of that weapon,
Yeah, I thought so.
though I would advise against simply trying to take it from your friend. It could end very violently.
Yeah, I figured that was how that was gonna go. Thank you for the answer. It's nice for the confirmation.
No problem. Yeah.
Who's up next? As we said all that in front of him, and Captain's just like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask, and we can ask like a question or like knowledge or something like that, right?
I'm not trying to die
Okay.
in my own ship.
I want to know how to play the magic chord.
What is this, the pick of destiny?
That's right. That's exactly what this is.
Hmm. Well, Pilgrim, I
Dolomite played the chord and it
am
played
not
the
familiar with a magic chord, but I do sense that you and your companions have come into contact with a very powerful yet corrupted instrument of great magical power. Should you find a way to cleanse it of this curse, you may gain more musical magic.
Rock on.
Sweet.
Don't you know it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift.
Yeah, he doesn't
Good.
have that kind of attention span. He just needs a magical loot to do it for him. All right, who's next?
So I guess I'll ask the dragon more about his involvement with the Dreaming Dark and the Kalishtar, or what his involvement was.
Yes, he'll say, it seems that some of the stories have been lost. Long ago, when the Kalishtar first came to this world from the Dream Realm, they were pursued by their darker brethren. They were greatly outnumbered, and they beseeched myself and my other fellow prismatic dragons for aid in their fight. And together we were able to weaken them for a time and give the Kalishtar a chance to make a home here. But unfortunately, due to various struggles amongst dragonkind, my faction fell out of power, and that left an opening for the Dreaming Dark to drive the Kalishtar from their newfound home. Yes, and that's the extent of my knowledge. I was killed, and my spirit was imprisoned here.
I only get one question, don't I?
You can ask a clarifying
See?
question, so long as it's
Okay.
still on the subject of the Dreaming Dark and the Calyx.
Okay. So you don't have much knowledge. Do you know what it was that you had used that harmed the Dreaming Dark? You said that you weakened it.
Yes. Yes, indeed, I do. Although I'm afraid I am not able to grant you this strength in my spiritual form, I do sense that one of my brethren is imprisoned in a more corporeal manner. If you were able to find I have to improv a name.
Bob.
Bill.
Steven!
Jerry.
Liam.
We'll say
Jerry.
if we're able to find my brother Gar Danach.
Damn.
Solid
and-
improv.
Better
Yeah.
than Bob. That's
And free him from his imprisonment, you may be able to gain the power you seek.
Cool. All right, that's all I got for.
All right. Anybody else have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. I ask, what future lies for me if I stay with my tribe?
Not shit.
And he pauses for a moment, and looks back to you and says, "I sense that you would live a content life, though you would not reach your full potential. There is trouble on the island above. Recent trouble, and your tribe may require your assistance in the short term. But if you survive this conflict, I sense it would be in your best interest to journey out into the world and grow your talents before returning home."
Okay.
Adventure. Hell yeah. Everything she's always wanted.
Not wrong.
All right. Metatron, you got anything?
You don't have any last wishes before he takes the last of your blood, do you?
That's nice, at least.
Well, I've
It
told
is.
your friend about Gardanak, my fellow prismatic dragon. If he could be freed, then that would make me rest happy.
Fair enough. What's Ullamire gonna do with his blood? I asked the dragon.
And the dragon, yeah, that is the second question, but the first one was kind of just, what's your last wish? That's not really yeah. So I'll give this to you.
That was compassionate.
Yeah, that was compassion.
Compassion. Here's the second one.
The dragon turns back to Ullamire, and you see its eyes close as it tries to focus, and says, and it pauses for a moment, another moment, and it sort of shakes its head, and it says, this is very strange. Something old and powerful has latched onto Ullamire's mind. I cannot derive his intentions.
Great.
Hmm.
Him
I'm
and
gonna
all
give the
these
dragon one of these.
possessions.
I've already asked you 2 questions, but answer me one small one. Is it good or evil?
That is no small question.
Evil.
Third question.
Short and small are not the same thing when it comes to questions.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, don't tell me. And Metatron leaves.
All right.
That
The
was a good
dragon
one.
says, with that, it is time to bestow the blood. And you see the dragon's visage seem to melt into the well before you. And some of it evaporates off in this prismatic mist. But some of that familiar prismatic blood is left behind, shifting between the 7 colors of the rainbow. It looks like there's just enough to fill up a vial sitting in the base of the well.
I'm gonna take it, and I really want to fucking drink it.
Do it.
Do it. We all start chanting chug, chug, chug. Or shots. Shots.
Shot.
To be fair, you did drink the last one. Do you think someone else should drink this one? I just look at him.
I'm supposed to take it somewhere because I kind of stole the other one, so I kind of have to give this one to somebody.
Wait a minute, we're giving it back to the lizard people?
No, it's more complicated than that. He was merely a surrogate. So, if I drink this blood, we have to be prepared for, like, war.
Yeah. I thought we had already declared war.
These are forces way more powerful than I think we can handle.
Yeah,
We can give it back to him.
but they were evil and turned into dust.
Yeah, but they also there's also the option for power, which I desperately seek.
I'm
I
gonna.
don't know
I'm
anything
gonna-
about the situation, but you don't have to make that decision right now.
No,
Fair.
we're making that decision right now.
Yes, definitely making
So
that decision
the
right
question
now.
becomes, Captain, what benefit do I have to not dip out of here and go return this blood to where it's supposed to be versus drinking it now?
What kind of power are you going to be getting from it is the question.
I don't know, but what am I going to gain from not seeking that power?
Not
Should have asked that
evil.
question.
I don't care about good or evil. That doesn't matter to me.
It matters to me.
Did you make a promise to somebody that you would? Because that would matter to you.
Would that matter to me, though? I don't think it
I
would.
believe it would. For your own honor.
I don't know. But
You're neutral, baby. I'm wanting the best option.
that's fair. That's yeah. Damn it.
Roll for it.
I tell you what. I'm not gonna take it to deliver the blood. You'll have to find your own way there.
What?
So, Zach, how does this headdress work?
Oh yeah, I forgot about
So
that.
yeah, I mean, you're attuned to it. It's just an action to use it.
So because I didn't like the threat, I am going to grab this vial and then use the headdress.
Okay. You all watch as Ullamire suddenly shifts form into a giant vulture. Or no, sorry, a giant raven.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna quickly try to fly the fuck out of here.
This is a very small corridor, right?
It's
You know
it's
how much
not
wind
a
I can
it's not a
generate with
huge
these wings?
corridor. But
I
you
want
did
to
enter
see
through.
Metatron.
I mean,
do
the
an
doorway
athletics
was
check to try to
about
catch him.
10 feet wide, so there's enough there's enough clearance for Raven
he-
Ullamire to fly out.
Can you do an athletics check to see if he can catch him by the feet as he's flying away?
Don't encourage these things.
I'm encouraging it because he always makes the athletics check somehow. It's hilarious. I don't
You know
think
how
he's
much
missed
lift
one yet.
these wings would generate?
Yes.
Anyway, okay, so he flew away.
So
All right. God
that
damn it.
was anybody. I mean, if anybody, I mean, he'd be like flying right past all you guys. So if somebody, I don't know, wanted to make an opportunity attack to try and stop him, you could.
Well, if he wants to leave, he can leave. I'm not going to stop him. I just said I'm not going to be on the group. Just kind of leave it at that.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
effect
Um,
lasts an hour. Right?
So are you
So I'm
trying to
take the
deliver
party
it?
quite a while to get back up to the surface.
Much longer than you, yeah. Yeah, and actually, we'll go ahead and leave it there as the party watches Ullamire fly out of the chamber and make his way back, presumably making his way back through the tomb. Yeah.
Alrighty, give me just a second here. And thank you guys again for tuning in to Bright Bush Pickers. We are having fun doing this all from home. We're going to try to maybe get another episode in this week, maybe this weekend. If not, we'll see you next week. Thank you all again for tuning in for another week, and we will see you next time.